So like I said, I've worked here a long time, and I might not be the Sandra Bennett or the Alberti Popage or the Pat James Dementri of the garden world. And of course, our friend Carolyn Gracie is going to be back tomorrow. We're so excited about Girl Next Door. But I do love flowers. I love what they mean. And I've watched the shows and been in the shows literally for decades now. I have never, ever had a poppy in any of my shows,
I
ever.
am so excited.
And they are such a beautiful symbol. Do you guys have my card by any chance for the poppies? Because I know I wrote down what they mean, so we'll find them. But it is a beautiful flower of remembrance. It's also a flower that I thought went well into midnight because there's a famous movie
Yes.
where we fall asleep. But this is the Cottage Farms Passionate Pink Oriental Poppy in Bareroot plants. And guys, do you have my card by any chance? I don't see the card out here. Okay, we're looking for it. It's on 5 easy payments of $5.60. It is shipping for free. Thank you so much. And it's kind of cool to say, for the first time in all the years the Cottage Farms has been with us, we're bringing you a brand new flower. They're new today. The poppy is a symbol of consolation. It's a symbol of peace. And it's also a very famous flower in the Wizard of Oz.
Yes, it is. But you know, that's the color red. So the red poppy is the one I think we all know, and it's just the classic. But we don't want to bring you any just classic old plant. We want to bring you something special. So if you've never grown poppies before, they could not be easier to grow. But let's talk a little bit about the color, because these are so unusual. They are huge flowers. So they're really, really large, but let's get in there close because they have a deep, oh, I don't want to break the petals, but black center of their eye. So this is going to be a large, almost 5-inch across flower. They are ruffled edges, this coral pink with a black center. They are a striking plant, and they stick up on these long stems, which makes them fabulous for cutting and bringing indoors.
So I think it's so cool. Like when I do the shows with you or any of the gardening shows that we do here at QVC, I always take it back to like the flowers that I grew up with. You know, we think about those things. The poppy is such an iconic flower, but I think it's a lot. Oh my gosh, look at it inside. I think it's a flower that not a lot of us have been able to get because it's never been on QVC before.
Right, and because a lot of them, people grow them from seed. So if you might have grown poppies, you may have grown them from seed, and you might not have had a lot of success because there is a balance in the weather to grow them. So we are sending you bare root plants. So we will do a planting demo on how to do that, but we're gonna set you up for success with this poppy.
Or perennials, Katie?
So these are perennials. They self-seed. What happens with the poppy is that they will come back year after year, but actually not from their roots. They come back from their seeds.
Oh,
so you can even collect the seeds if you want, and you can spread them around your garden in other places. So that's the beautiful thing here is
I
you're
have to
making
give a little
more.
shout out. A lovely man. He's a Disney cast member. His name is John. He's from Yonkers. I always know. And during they do a big flower and garden festival that's amazing, and he gives out little seed packets.
Love
and
that.
I remember him every year. I'm like, you're John from Yonkers. So I think that's so cool that then you could share the seeds with those you love. How awesome is that? And this is how easy it is.
So they could not be easier. What you want to do with your bare roots is plant them entirely. Some bare roots we leave a little bit sticking up, but you don't want to do that here. You want to entirely cover them with about 2 to 3 inches of soil. So I have 2 here. I'm going to plant them. I mean, this is great potting soil. Boom, I just planted 2 of them. They are pretty tall of a plant. So if you do want them in containers, you can absolutely do that. They get to be about 2 feet tall. So that's why I think they make such awesome cut flowers, because you can get these long stems and the beauty to be able to see them up close. But they can take part sun or part shade. So they're really versatile in where you can plant them, and they are deer resistant. So that is something I know that a lot of you say to me, please tell me when a plant is deer resistant, because I can't battle those deer anymore. These are deer resistant.
My daughter had a friend that actually was studying with her, but she lived in Mexico, and she came to our house one weekend, and I was taking them back to their dorm for the weekend, and about like 8 deer like ran across the yard.
Like normal.
And she looked at me and she said, "Are they yours?" And I said, "Yeah, they are." They're ours.
We
They're
feed
ours.
them.
I mean, literally, they look at, this is really sweet. We had a mommy deer give birth to her baby right near our home, and then she brought it back to show us.
No.
I mean, I'm kind of like an elderly Snow White, you know, just petting the deer. Okay, I have an update. We don't have a lot of these to go around. I think everybody is realizing and encourage you to shop backwards and forwards that we haven't seen the Oriental poppy in this color ever before on QVC. So we don't have a lot of these to go around. We only have about 1,500 left. That sounds like a lot, but that's for the entire growing season.
Yeah.
We don't call Katie and say, hey, Katie, can we get another reorder? She's like, I gave you everything that Cottage Farms could give. And I love the fact that usually when we say a bright, beautiful flower like this, we think that's going to be a once and done. That's going to be your annual. This is the perennial. It's brand new today. The whole show is shipping for free. And it is a truly iconic royal flower that unfortunately we don't have a whole lot left for the season. It's so beautiful, and the color is so unusual.
The color is stunning, and you can see a great picture of the foliage here. Obviously, we're not buying these for the foliage, but it's
pretty.
A dense bed. And so what I love to do with poppies is I like to tuck them in my gardens, and especially because these are bare root. Think about spots where you have just mulch, or maybe you're growing weeds. I don't know. I have places like that, and I just need to fill them with flowers. This is a great plant to do that because it's a dense, kind of fern-like foliage, and then these poppies pop up in spring and they continue to bloom all summer long, and then they will self-seed in that spot, or you can collect the seeds yourself and then create another garden somewhere else, so you are making more. But with these, I would get a couple sets because I would like to say, where are those spots in my yard that's just blank? Where could I use this bold burst of coral ruffled petals with that deep black eye, the center in them, that attracts pollinators? So we've got a plant that is going to look beautiful and also do good in your backyard, but not the other wildlife we don't want, like the deer and the rabbits.
Yeah, I mean, they can stay over there and we'll wave at them, but you're good, guys. Also, I feel like this color would be gorgeous, and we're busy right now, so tap the app, go to QVC.com. I know we're in the height. This is the Love Your Home and Garden event that's kicking off in just about 10 minutes. And so our Katie with Cottage Farms is our little kind of sneak peek appetizer. But this is the thing, you haven't seen this, and that's why it's been so busy. And many of you are getting more than one. I'm looking around the set. I think this color would be beautiful with the sun patience.
Beautiful with the sun patience.
With the tropical sun patience that we did.
We'll carry it over with our Shastas because I think the daisies, you talked about the daisies earlier with that white, really uplighting plants. That's the great thing about the poppy is that I think it works with so many different plants.
I'm looking at the sun. If you got the sun patience, get this. And if you're getting this, jump back and get the sun patience. We have about 1,000 out the door. We don't have many left, right, Bri? How many left for the season? We have 1,200 left for the season. So in your cart, click checkout. And the question is, do you love your